Yo, what's good, man? It's me, your big homie, Dollar Black. And I'm coming to you today to talk about the Journey Journal. Hello, Black Man. Brought to you by Jamie Jenkins and Jamie Jenkins Inc., man. I've had the opportunity to be able to really sit with this piece of work. It's a guided journal, man, that really gets you to dig in depth about what it is that you may be going through and experiencing. And in times where we as men don't really look to express ourselves and talk about our feelings or the things that really bother us, I've found myself really going through a lot of things that I might have overlooked growing up, and things that I went through, things that I encountered, things that I had problems with and really couldn't speak out about, man. So this has been a great tool for me to be able to de-stress and release some of the ideas and the thoughts that I've been having, man. So do yourself a favor, get over to helloblackman.com, get you a journal. It's available on Amazon, any place where you can buy journals. Again, shout out to the guy, Jamie Jenkins. He even put a little picture up there so you know what he look like. Shout out to the dog. I got the shirt on too, man. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all have done as far as supporting. I look forward to finishing this, and you will too. Dollar Black.
I brought you on first, so you could.
Yeah, I saw that. Hello, Black Man. What's going on? Listen, we're gonna try to be consistent. We told you we were. Just coming on, just talking, having fun, being real. But when things are consistent, people kind of, get in contact, get in touch with it. Either you like it, you tune in, you share it, or you can delete me, or whatever you need to do. But we're gonna be consistent coming on, just talking about life. Talking about, just I don't know, just the world itself, things that we're dealing with. So here's two. She's coming on. She has a great camera, beautiful skin, smile, looking absolutely amazing. She got a pipe cleaner curls completed. Look what we got. Look at what we got here.
You better learn.
If you don't mind, I do have dinner here, and I'll be kind of partaking as we talk. If it's not a big deal, I appreciate that. But we do have a couples game night group. What you do, and it is one of the most. Wait, I had to fix your face, baby. Fix your face. So it is one of the most intriguing groups that we are a part of because we've had two couples game nights so far. You're two, and we get so many requests coming to that page. So tonight we actually have a couple from there that took us up on the offer of jumping on with us. So they'll be just on doing a little talking and just kind of see what we got here. What you got? Talk to me.
So tonight we have Travis and Angel. I absolutely know nothing about them. No, I don't know where they're from. Don't forget to mute your mic because you have an echo. Don't know where they're from, don't know anything about them, but guess what? We're going to get to know them tonight. So, Travis and Angel, I want to thank you guys. I'm about to bring y'all on, and y'all tell us who y'all are, where y'all from, and what made y'all decide to come on with us tonight. I know you told me that you thought this was game night, and it kind of is. It's always game night. It is forever game night. But tell us who you are, where you from, and what brings you to the platform. Hey, guys. Hey.
Hello, hello, hello. I am Angel, and my husband is Travis. He is sitting here beside me, um, and he had no idea that we was gonna be on. So we thought it was like game night, and we were gonna jump on and like just kind of observe to see what was going on. Um, but what happens happens. So we actually live right outside of Atlanta in Conyers, Georgia. We just relocated here from Pensacola, Florida, in November of last year. So, yeah, we've been married. It'll be 5 years in May. And we were just looking for something game wise because we had a couples game night that we went to, when we were in Pensacola. And then we haven't really found one here. And then when we found it on Facebook, I was like, "Ooh, babe, game night." And he was like, "Okay, well, if you say so." Because yeah. So that is us.
Game nights are fun. Like when we've had them, like it's hard to really get good participation. But honestly, the first one we had was during the pandemic. So we had more people than we could account for on a Zoom game night. So it was like it lasted 3, 4 hours. We was expecting like 30, 40 minute game night. So it's very fun. And as couples, you're always looking for like-minded people to help you grow, help you mentally be in the same space. So we enjoy it. We appreciate you guys, like I said again, for coming on. So you relocated from Pensacola to somewhere outside of Atlanta. Like, do you mind me asking, what do y'all do?
So we have a nonprofit. We have an accounting firm that specializes in nonprofits. So yeah, we could pretty much just get up and go when we feel like getting up and going, which is the joy of owning your own business.
It very much so is. We're trying to get to that place. We have a for-profit, which is the Hello Black Man. We have a non-for-profit that we're working on, or a non-profit that is Hello Black Community. We haven't gotten that where we need it to be. So it is a blessing to connect with you guys tonight, and I cannot wait to, get to know more about you guys. So we have a journal. This is our for-profit company called Hello Black Couple. And this journal can be found on Amazon as well as our personal website, Hello Black Man. And in this journal, there's questions, and the questions are supposed to be answered by each partner. You cannot peek and look and see what he's writing or what she's writing until the journal is done, and then you can go back and look. And there's also activities, so it's really fun. We've had a really great time getting to know each other out of the journal. So I'm going to ask you guys first and foremost to pick two numbers between 1 and 52. And I'm going to ask you guys those two questions and see, where y'all are and what kind of space y'all in.
Oh, nice. Okay. So my number is 12.
Okay.
Babe, what's your number? His number is 7.
12 and 7. Is there any reason why those are y'all's numbers?
No. 12 I just made up. And 7, probably because we have 7 children between us.
I was just about to ask, do y'all have any kids? No worries. We got 6 between the two of us, so we ain't far behind. I've been trying to get him to have another one, but the more I think about it, the less I want it.
I'm trying too, but he ain't even trying. Mm-mm.
Oh, girl, you crazy.
Big dog, I feel you, big dog. Big dog, I feel you, dog.
Woo, girl, another child is driving me crazy. I can't even get this 7-year-old to do his homework, so I'm so over it. And the pandemic destroyed me because I am not a teacher. I have no desire. It is not in me. Please, somebody teach these kids because I don't want to do it. All right. So, question number 7 says, "Hello, Black couple. Describe in detail your biggest disappointments in life." Anybody can go first that wants to go first.
Oh wow, y'all go deep, huh?
I'm trying to tell you, y'all got to get the journal. Y'all got to get it. And it's okay because everybody gets one pass. If you don't want to answer this question, just say pass. We'll move on. We'll talk about something else.
Ooh-wee. Okay, say it again.
Describe your biggest disappointment in life.
My biggest disappointment is not jumping sooner, not actually like stepping out of my box and doing what it is that I wanted to do before I actually ended up doing it. And just looking back and seeing all of the things that could have been different. And I'm happy now. But just looking at all the things that could have been different if I would have not been scared.
Fear is such a crippling thing. So, but both partners have to answer. So, Mr. Allen, if you are awake, because I know she got you up at midnight, please answer the question. If not, we'll move on. You can say pass.
I would say biggest disappointment is not having fun, not learning how to have fun, and being too serious in life, not enjoying it.
So I know that follow-up questions are not a part of what we're doing, but I have to know, why do you feel like you had to be serious and you couldn't enjoy life? Because that's a very good answer. Because I know a lot of us, I got married at 17, so I had to grow up. I ain't had time to play around. I ain't had time to do stuff. I had to take care of these kids. I had to take care of his husband at 17 years old. So I understand where you're coming from. What was it that made you feel like you could not enjoy life the way you wanted to?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I first got married at 20, and kids came one after the other. So it was a lot of responsibility. There was no time for, I couldn't make it about me, you know, not at all. And so here I am, 43, still trying to figure out what it is I like to do. What do I like to, do for fun? What hobbies, things like that. And I still don't have the answer.
Do you have at least one hobby? Is there one thing that you enjoy doing that you just be like, leave me alone, everybody get away from me, I'm finna do this, don't talk to me?
Besides sitting outside, no.
Smoke cigars?
Nah.
Nah, none of that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get out your business. Jamie, did you have anything you wanted to add or ask?
Nothing, man. Listen, for them just to recognize what their biggest failures were and be able to verbalize them is huge, and then to do it in front of one another, right? So if there's any question, the things that you can reassure each other on, now it's out. It's public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So now, Angel, part of your daily grind, a mission, or part of who you are is to help him find something fun, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So if it's cars, if it's chess, if it's cycling, at 43, I'm 43 also. There's just certain sports aren't as appealing. I'm not going to play football. I'm not going to. There's certain things you're just not going to rush to do and learn. And at that age, but there are so many things out there that you can learn, and piano, if it's music, just picking up stuff. From that standpoint. With you, Angel, I just think that it's very commendable that you know that you're happy now, right? So that's big. So knowing that you've had obstacles or hurdles to get past and say, hey, I'm happy right now. But life is about time. Life is about how much time we spend doing certain things. So now, knowing what your biggest, disappointment was, you can push your kids, push your sibling, push your mates. Say, hey, you don't have to wait until you're this age to step out there. These are some things I've done to make it happen. So now they have a lesson learned right in front of them. So I think both those answers are really cool and really transparent.
I agree. I love that. We teach our children that like you don't have to hold anything back. Just do it. Get out and do it and you won't regret it, believe me.
And be who you are and be honest and be transparent. Like, that's what I'm trying to teach my kids right now. Like, honesty ain't within 10% of them, 20% of them, 50% of them. 50% of them just be lying for no reason. And I'm like, why are you lying to me? Like, just be honest. Like, if you was gonna lie to me, you gonna lie to the next person, you gonna lie to the person you with, and it's not going to be a good cycle. Like, just tell the truth. Like, you can find so much joy in life by just being honest. Because once you start lying, you gotta cover up that lie, you gotta cover up that lie, and you gotta cover up that lie. So just be honest. So I'm definitely teaching my children to be more open and transparent. So the next question you guys said was 12. And before I got to 12, I got to this cute little picture of this couple who we took pictures of that's been married for 60 years. They are still very much in love, and he loves kissing. And so they're like activities in the book too. So the thing that your husband was talking about is about finding a hobby. The activity on this page says try a new hobby, discussing details of things that you most enjoy about the new hobby. So that's something that, get this book, tell your friends about it and figure out what y'all enjoy doing separately. But before I move on, because I don't want this to be just about y'all, I want to kind of bring it over here to us too, since it's kind of game night. You know what I'm saying? So, what is my hobby, Jamie? Do you know what my hobby is? What do I do for fun?
I think it's telling me what to do. That's what I think your hobby is. You're very consistent with it, and I think you're very good at it. Just scheduling me to do stuff. If you had to go out and have fun, you would play basketball. You would absolutely play basketball. That's what you would do, hands down. Would not be kickball, for the record.
Or make sure that you're playing basketball when you're supposed to be playing basketball. Like it's a hobby that I have discovered since I've met you. Definitely scheduling and making sure that you are where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. But genuinely as a hobby, that's a good question. Like I don't helping people probably is my biggest hobby. Like I think that's why I enjoy door dashing because I like for people to get their food. Like I'd be like, oh y'all hungry? I'm gonna come feed y'all. I DoorDash on the side, and I just want anybody out there who's watching this that is DoorDashing to know. First of all, 50 cents is a good enough tip for me. If I see you put $0 down, like I'm never accepting your order again. And number two, I'm sick of y'all ordering crumble cookie 50 miles away. Y'all need to get crumble cookie to come to y'all area, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking to Angel and Travis Allen tonight, and we're gonna go to their next question. Question number 12. Very interesting question. It says, what role does spirituality and religion play in your relationship?
Well, we actually have this saying between us: I got you, you got me, God got us. Because the Bible says a three-strand cord is not easily broken. So it's me, her, and God in that circle, in with that cord. Nobody should be able to get in. Nobody should be able to tear it apart. So it's who we are. It's essential to our marriage, to our family, who we are in the community, who we are. Just even if we go to the grocery store, just our being. If our belief in God, our knowing who He is and who we are in Him, it actually is what makes us, who we are and how we live, how we be every day.
Angel, are you
I
going?
second that emotion.
What's my favorite song? Smug Around. Did you have something that you wanted to add or elaborate on?
That really and truly is it. Even when if we argue or we have a disagreement, we call them heated fellowships. If we have a disagreement or a heated fellowship, then that's it. Like in order to end it, we just okay, I got you, you got me, God got us. And that's just it. He writes it on the mirror for me in the bathroom. I leave it as a sticky note on his desk, just so that we constantly reminding each other that, God is in the middle of everything.
Bet. And as I said, we not gonna just leave y'all out here hanging and it's just be about y'all. We're gonna talk about spirituality and religion in our relationship as well. I'm a very spiritual person. I am not very religious. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. It neither hindered or harmed me because a lot of people feel like, oh, Jehovah's Witnesses are, I don't want to say they feel like they bad people, but I've gotten so much flack about being a Jehovah's Witness or being raised as one, but it definitely did not make me a bad person. I think that the core of the religion is very much so being a good person. And I think that's Christianity in a whole, treating people the way you want to and deserve to be treated. So I'm definitely very in tune with my God and who I serve, and with spirituality, not so much religion. We don't go to a specific church other than his dad's church. His dad is a preacher, but we haven't joined any services. We have our home church. I still visit the Kingdom Hall when I need to or want to, but I definitely think that we have a head and we respect it and we respect who each other are religiously and spiritually. So that's my answer.
I guess from a I guess, a spiritual aspect. I think we are adherents. I think we understand uh, what religion and being spiritual can do, as far as being humble, being open, being honest, and I think we grasp those um, attributes from religion and from being spiritual.
He's a man of many words, as you guys can tell, when it comes to deep topics. Again, I want to very much so thank you guys and show my best of appreciation. Make sure you send me the information that I asked you for so we can get y'all some merch. But before we get out of here, before we let you guys go, because I know it's late there, I have one last question. And this question is from our tonight's conversations, and it's called the Connecting Couples Deck. And the question says, it's not a difficult one to most people. What is your love language?
My love language is acts of service.
Oh, mine is words of affirmation.
I have a follow-up question. I know we say that that's not a part of this show, but do you love in those love languages? Like, do you feel like you love your person in those love languages versus loving them in the language that they want to be loved in? Like you said, yours is acts of service. Do you love your mate in acts of service versus loving them in affirmation, and vice versa?
So through our conversations, because we have a lot of conversation. I mean, we talk a lot. And one thing that we always said we were going to do is let each other know when we are not like feeling the love. So he'll tell me, he'll say, like, okay, I need to check you on that. And sometimes, I get an attitude, and sometimes I don't. It just depends. And then I instantly know, like, okay, I'm loving him for my love language. And he's not receiving it because it's not his love language. He doesn't understand it. So I switch up and I love him from his love language. And he pretty much does the same thing with me. So, I mean, it's a work in progress. We 5 years in, we knew each other for maybe like 6 months before we got married. So we're work in progress here. And it's going to be that way, until the day that God calls us home. But I mean, I wouldn't choose this life with anybody else. I really wouldn't. And yeah, his love language is definitely words of affirmation. So, yeah.
Did you have anything to add, Mr. Allen?
He said no.
Well, before we let you go, I just want to say, like I said, he is words of affirmation. I cannot. I'm the type of person that likes to get to the bottom of things. Like, I can't ever just accept what he says to me. Like, I want to know, why are you words of affirmation? And I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I'm not giving up. So I need to know, why do you need these words of affirmation? But I definitely, since the day we've met, I've tried my best to be as affirming as possible, whether it's just, hey, you look good. Hey, your beard looks moisturized and soft. Oh, yes, your eyes are handsome. Like, I'm trying to do that and be that person. And sometimes I feel like maybe I'm doing too much, because it's like, then sometimes is he aggravated by this? Because sometimes he don't respond. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work, as you said. It's never cut and dry and clear and dry. But when you find the person who really compliments you and completes you in ways that you've never felt, it's worth it. It's worth the time, it's worth the energy. So I don't mind texting a few extra words here and there. And mine is definitely physical touch. I like to be touched all day, every day, but only by him, not by my kids, not by anybody else. Like those people, if you see me out, don't touch me. Like, I only want his touch. Everybody else's touch is off limits for me. So that is me in a nutshell.
I love
Sir,
that.
Listen. So for me, I mean, you know my love language. I know yours, and so you have to be conscious of it, right? Conscious of what you're pouring out, and like Angel said, you can get into your love language, pouring it out. It's so easy because I'm words of affirmation. So I'm telling you, baby, I love you. Baby, you look good. Baby, you sweet. And you talking about like, look, get over here and touch me and let me know this is what you're saying is absolutely true. Because that's what a person wants. They want to be loved in their love language. So it gets easy to, I guess, sway back into your lane because you know what you want to receive, so it's easy to give it out. For me, words of affirmation is because throughout my life, I have been denied those things, right? I have, I felt like I was very intelligent, but I was silly. You know what I'm saying? I was class clown and stuff like that. So I was never viewed as smart. I was never viewed as, hey, you one of the smart kids. Even though graduated with honors, president of 80 club, I was never viewed as one of the smart kids. I didn't have a lot of money. My mom didn't have a lot of money. I definitely didn't have a lot of money, and so I wasn't on the super poor side, but I didn't have any Jabos, didn't have any Jordans, didn't have any starter coats. So I didn't get those words of affirmation, coming through high school. Man, you clean today. Man, I like them shoes. Didn't nobody like my shoes? Didn't nobody like the outfit I had on? The sweatshirts, the green and orange sweatshirt, wearing the same stuff over and over. Same thing with college. Didn't have a lot. Uh, and just kind of made it through with what I had, made the best of what I had. I was humble. I wasn't upset, but now I have somebody that's willing to actually take time out of their day to love me in a way that I'm needing, and was going to build me up. So it's huge. It's huge to be able to receive love in the love language that you expected.
So we didn't keep score tonight, but as I said earlier, Travis and Angel, you are obviously the winners for coming through on Eastern Standard Time. So hang out with us. We appreciate you guys very much. Please stay tuned. We will be trying to schedule some game nights throughout the summer to make sure that we are staying in contact with everybody. We are not going to hold you guys till midnight. Appreciate you for coming through. Next time, I need y'all to be ready. I'll have it early in the daytime since I know y'all on Eastern Standard Time now. And if y'all have any parting shouts or anything y'all want to say, let us know. Tell us about your nonprofit business, though, because we got people here that I know need your help.
Yeah, so our nonprofit is, well, actually, before we go there, so I want to say thank you because a lot of times when you're in like the day to day, you forget things that really matter. And even tonight, when I told him, I was like, hey, it's a really fun game night. We just gonna watch. And he looked at me. So then when you asked if we want to be on, and he was like, we ain't agree to this. And I'm like, okay, babe, because me, I'm like really spontaneous. And he is like the complete opposite. But he just kind of like went in and did it with me, and that's him feeding into my love language of, like acts of service, right? So, and I love him for that. Thank you so much, babe. So sweet you are.
Ooh, that's me being childish.
So yeah, our nonprofit, we are a nonprofit accounting firm. We specialize in nonprofits and providing transparency and integrity in nonprofit accounting, tax prep, and just making sure that the the nonprofits that we work with are good stewards of the money that is entrusted to them. Because people give to you because they trust you, and they should be able to know that what it is that you get the money for is going to be used for that reason. So that's one of our biggest things. Actually, that's what we stand on, is transparency and integrity. So it's called Allen Nonprofit Accounting. Website is allennonprofitaccounting.com. And our telephone number is 850-270-8887.
Bet I'm putting that in the comments, but make sure that you guys do the same. And we want to continue to push and promote not only you guys, but anybody that you have that needs to be promoted, because that's what we're all about. We currently have 11 journals that are circulating. They're on Amazon. They're on our website, helloblackman.com. Be sure to follow us, and you guys stay tuned, because we want to have you on a real game night. And next time I'll try to be very clear so Mr. Allen knows exactly what's going on and he's not blindsided. So again, thank you guys, and y'all have a wonderful night. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you. And you have a great night also.
All right.
Bye.
Hey, what you doing?
You tricked them people on here.
I didn't. Let me go to my post.
Listen, I know what the lady said. The lady said she been bamboozled. And then you tricked her and she tricked him.
So if we get into the nitty gritty, she tricked him. That's
Okay.
how. That's what the bottom line is.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with me.
Okay. You straight up with her, but she had to sneak it in. Like, who know what's going on? Okay, I got it.
Go ahead, you talk, because the last show I led, so I'm gonna let you lead this one.
I don't think you led the last show. You think so? Did you rewatch it?
I definitely did the last show, but whatever you want to do, I'm okay with it.
I don't know if you led the last. You led it. Well, you got the cards.
Okay, well, it don't have to be about the cards. It could be about whatever you want to do.
I know it can be about whatever I want to be about, but I'm saying, well, you was asking questions. I answered every question you asked. I don't know. I guess not really a whole lot happened today. Of course, went to work. Nothing real wild happened from that standpoint. We gotta work on our content, and like I said, what we're doing tonight, I think, is we could be very steady with this. You know what I'm saying? Just having random people on, stuff like that, not necessarily, get flyers together for the big shows, but coming on, talking to each other, being together, just having conversation, I think, is something that just, I don't know, it's easy. It's easy, from that standpoint. Tomorrow's the NFL draft. Let's work around the Redskins pick or the Commanders pick 11. Hopefully we have a good pick tomorrow. And that's it. I don't really have a whole lot. Like eating, I got Bar Louie. I got the voodoo pasta. You seem disappointed. But it's just pasta. It's just shrimp and sausage and pasta. That's it.
What makes you think I seem disappointed?
I don't know. That's how you looking like. You look how you look.
Disappointed that I'm not with you, of course.
Oh man, what else? Shirts. I looked at the site today. Definitely got to do better with the kids. Because as far as artwork is concerned, making sure everybody got different opportunities.
The order that you currently have, am I okay to complete it from your cousin?
We think that you should reach out and
I don't know who it is.
I've told you her name multiple times. You told
me a nickname. You haven't given me a specific name. I mean, it's very easy. We friends on Facebook. Just send me a group chat request or
Right,
something.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
All right, sounds good. I like talking to you online. And you rate nice.
You don't think I'd have been nice right next to you with that?
Ah, we should talk online all the time. So we're
Hey,
gonna
listen. Hey, I'm nice. I'm nice now. Everybody say that.
somebody said that. I don't know who. But
I'm nice.
we're not going to disappoint people. We're gonna give them 5 more minutes, and I got some little chorus here.
Come on. Let's do one of the card questions. Or we can do we can do a journal question. You don't mind.
Give me your number.
22. 22. Why did I choose 22?
That was your high school basketball number.
Wrong again. Man, you so wrong.
Because that's what year Sigma Gamma Rose founded.
Wrong again.
Tell me all about 22.
Today is my capiversary.
Today is not the 22nd.
22 years today.
Oh, okay. So it's like, what's the significance of that? It didn't have no significance whatsoever. What is he talking about? The day is 27 or something. But okay, see, I'll be thinking like you. You think different from me. Whew, this is a good question. Are you
Right.
ready?
You sent me 73 pictures today.
And you think I thought about the fact that it was just 22 years?
Okay, come on with the question, girl.
Just 22 years ago? You been a cap alone and I've been born.
I don't know. I don't know. That's the route you want to go.
Okay, write about what you think happens after death.
Oh man,
I know, right?
I am partial reincarnation, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like that people's soul is not. I mean, it's just. I don't know. I think people's soul are so powerful, right? Like people's presence. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have uh, I don't know, like people you think of often, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, just people like that. I think their presence is just couldn't fall into other people, if that makes sense. Um, a lot of people say certain people are reincarnated, like this person acts just like somebody else from X amount of years ago. So I'm partial to think that my soul is somebody that was kind before, somebody that was, that is had purpose, had drive, things of that nature, and I may be part of fulfilling that person's or my own existence. I may have been here before, so I don't know. It gets really, so many thought processes out there, and as you get older, you begin to wonder about that kind of stuff. After death, I don't know, man. It's just it's it's a mystery. People write books about it. But, you don't know if they're hallucinating, stuff like that. Nobody wants to believe that it's over, right? Nobody wants to say, once you close your eyes, like that's it for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have a certain belief, then you have that one avenue to come back. Like most people want to believe that there is more longevity than the length of your life. You want to believe that it's more purpose out there, which in turn, because it's so ambiguous and such a mystery, that you got to really make your mark. You got to really make the days count. You got to really make impressions on people. You have to really be purposeful with your words and thoughts and actions and where you are. And you can't just lose days. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no, hey, this is what happens when you die. You can't just lose time, lose minutes, lose days. Are you making the people around you better? Are you adhering to some of the advice you're getting? Like all that counts when you talk about what happens when you die. What are your thoughts as I yield the mic?
Not yield the mic. It was something you said in particular that made me want to ask you something different. Based on the fact that you think that it's not an end all. If you thought that death was an end all, like would you do anything differently? Like would you live life any differently?
Um, Man, that's tough because I guess it's easier said than done to really, you know, live differently, to really get the most out of every day. Does that mean if you know it's the end now, does it mean you work 22 hours a day, nonstop, hard work, hard work, hard work? Does it mean you party 20 hours a day? Because hey, once it's over, once the party's over, it's over. There still has to be a balance. If it's an end all or not, you still got to get rest. You still got to have highs and lows. You still got to recuperate. You still got to refresh. So, um, yeah, I guess try to be more mindful of what upsets me. To spend the least amount of time angered as possible or bothered as possible. You want to spend the least amount of time doing that. And the time you spend in, arguing with people or arguing over ambiguous stuff, who the best basketball player ever. Like, does that really matter? Like how much time are you gonna spend on? Are you gonna spend 5 hours a week arguing about something that there's no way you can prove or disprove? Like, what else could you be doing with those 5 hours? You could be learning a new language. You know what I mean? We're doing stuff like that. So, yeah.
Do you think that you're easily angered?
Am I easily angry? I'm probably easy to agitate. As far as me getting angry, it's not easy to make me angry. Uh, Me getting agitated doesn't take doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. More than that. Don't tell the people that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Move your hand. Move your hand around. Don't do that.
I said, babe, why you sitting there swinging basketball? Okay, so my thoughts on life after death. So, as I stated earlier in this podcast or in this episode, I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and the lesson or the teachings that we learn or we're taught is that the living are conscious that they will die, but the dead are conscious of nothing at all. So, although there is no specific afterlife in the religion of Jehovah's Witness, there is a paradise that is supposed to be or is supposed to happen after everybody dies, whenever that may be, and then Jesus comes and calls everybody out of the tombs. So, like, religion and spirituality is a very conflicted place for me because I really don't know, exactly where I stand as far as any of it goes. So that is my belief. The living are conscious that they would die, and the dead are conscious of nothing at all. And my daddy said, if you die, you're not gonna know it. So, like, I don't know what happens after death. I don't know, and I don't have any big theories. I don't have any reincarnation beliefs or feelings, but I know that during the time that I do have, here it comes. I'm going to make the best of it, and I'm going to love and try to be loved to the best of my ability. So, outside of that, I think that we could probably start wrapping this up. The last question that I have from the cards is a very good question. I thought I put it to the side. It says, who loves the other partner more, you or your partner? You cannot say equally. And you can go first.
Um, if I was an outsider, I definitely would say that you love me more because you show it so passionately. You show it on your sleeve, right? You acts of service, touch, like words of affirmation, like your repertoire of showing love is much more refined than mine. You know, you have those abilities. Whereas uh, I definitely think I love differently. Uh, I may do things. I may do things and never acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think this is what I'm supposed to do. Like I love this woman, so this is what I'm supposed to do. And whereas you take time out to buy gifts, you take time out to schedule going places and stuff like that. So the way you love is definitely more visible, right? And so that makes a huge difference to me. That makes a huge difference. Uh, for me, there's no road I wouldn't travel for you. But that doesn't equate on the surface as vividly, if that makes sense. But I think my overall, I guess my overall character and my overall being knows that those things that you bring to the table, I match. But I will say, if I could not choose both, I would say you.
It's funny that you use bring to the table because you said it last night and I meant to bring it up tonight. That was supposed to be the focal point tonight. Bring to the table. Let's talk about that just for a short minute because we got to get out of here. It's almost 11 o'clock. What do you expect for your mate to bring to the table?
Consistency, right? Consistency is huge in my book because I've never had it. I've never had consistent communication. I've never had consistent loyalty. I've never had consistent uh, a consistent pour of love language. So all that is, that's new to me, right? Brand new toy. So I guess for me, uh, those are the things you bring to the table, and in turn, I love you for it.
I hear you.
Okay, that's what a reply.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Do you want me to answer it in what do I expect you to bring to the table? So mute your mic so it's not an echo. So I'm a daddy's girl. You know that. So as a daddy's girl, I have dreamed of having somebody that takes on the role of everything that is masculine. But I know that we live in a society now where being the head of the household, which you are in a role that you play very well, and being the provider, there are things that you may not be able to do that you have to pay somebody to do, which to me is equivalent to that. So I think that all the things that I have needed or wanted just being somebody, being a support system for me, because I've always been the support of my household growing up, because I just took that role on because I felt like that's what I had to do, because I'm a daddy's girl. So, you know, my daddy raised me to be who I needed to be. So to have you, you know, in my life, and to have you to be so just present and so loving, and so accepting of not just me but of the kids, and being there for us, and being a stronghold, I greatly appreciate it. I think you are the table, because you know I say I want everything. I want the table, the decoration, the chairs, food in the refrigerator. I want my man to bring all of it. Like, I want to bring myself to the table. That's all I want to bring to the table. So you definitely provide that on so many levels, and I'm very grateful and appreciative of you for that. And on that note, we are going to close out. We've been on here almost an hour. Thank you guys for joining in. We've had a consistent X amount of people. Y'all watch this on the replay. Make sure y'all follow us on Hello Black Man on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Follow me, Kalisha Patrice. Make sure you follow Jamie Jenkins. He be having a lot of fun stuff on his page sometimes too, you know. I ain't gonna knock him. And today is his anniversary. So I'm so happy for you. 22 years. If there was something I could do for you, like if there was a gift I could send you, I would, but I'd be so scared to send gifts to you now. So like it's so hard because I don't know what to do. But know that I'm proud of you and I love you. And if there's anything I could do, I most certainly want to do it for you. So,
All right. Thank you. Love you much.
all right. Well, good night.